Do you truly consider yourself to be free? I urge you to think very carefully and honestly before you answer that question. Your day likely begins not with a moment of quiet reflection, but with an almost unconscious act. Before your conscious mind is fully engaged, your hand reaches for your phone. You find yourself scrolling, your thumb moving through an endless digital stream, searching for something new, something stimulating to pull you from the clutches of silence. Then comes the coffee, a familiar ritual, often paired with a short video, a quick, calculated dose of dopamine to jumpstart your system. On your way to work or college, you plug in your headphones, a carefully chosen song or podcast acting as a shield against the potential for unscheduled thought or boredom. Throughout your day, the consumption continues. You are immersed in a constant barrage of stimuli. Social media feeds, breaking news alerts, group chat notifications, and targeted ads. Each one is a small but persistent pull on your attention. And then, in those rare moments when an unexpected pocket of silence does appear, waiting in a line, a quiet moment between tasks, what happens? A distinct feeling of unease begins to surface. A subtle but palpable sense of emptiness creeps in, a discomfort that immediately compels you to reach for your device once more, seeking yet another distraction, another source of immediate pleasure to fill the void. The fundamental issue here is not pleasure itself. Pleasure is a natural, essential tool of the human mind, an evolutionary mechanism brilliantly designed to guide us toward what sustains us and helps us thrive. But what occurs when this very mechanism is hijacked and turned against us? What happens when the relentless need to feel something good at all times makes us captives in an endless, looping cycle of instant gratification? Nearly a century ago, the writer Aldous Huxley foresaw this exact scenario, while his contemporary George Orwell famously warned of a future defined by brutal, overt repression and surveillance in his novel 1984. Huxley presented an arguably more chilling and insidious vision. He imagined a world where people would not need to be forced into obedience, because they would be so thoroughly entertained, so completely overwhelmed with pleasurable stimuli, that the thought of rebellion would never even cross their minds. He envisioned a world where slavery wouldn't require physical chains, because people would be conditioned from early childhood to love their own servitude. Now take a sober look at the world around you. You see a society utterly obsessed with entertainment, a culture dedicated to consuming pleasure without limits, constantly seeking an immediate remedy for any flicker of discomfort. But what is the ultimate cost of this arrangement? Is this non-stop pursuit of instant happiness genuinely liberating you? Or is it, in fact, keeping you confined within a comfortable, invisible cage? If you believe you are in complete control of your own mind, I suggest you keep watching. Because you may be about to discover that a significant part of your freedom is, in fact, a meticulously designed illusion. The most perfect form of slavery requires no chains or visible guards. It only needs one simple yet devastatingly effective tool: pleasure. When the acquisition of pleasure becomes the central focus of our existence, servitude cleverly disguises itself as freedom. In Huxley's dystopia, the perfect drug, soma, was the solution to any negative feeling, keeping the populace placid and docile. Today, we don't have a single pill called soma. We have a digital pharmacy of distractions available 24/7. Social media, streaming services, online shopping, mobile games. This is the modern soma, capable of smothering any discomfort with a simple tap on a screen. The most dangerous part is that it all appears to be your choice. No one is holding a gun to your head. Yet, if it's truly a choice, why does it feel so incredibly difficult to stop? The answer is rooted in conditioning. Every time you receive a notification or a like, your brain gets a small hit of dopamine, the same neurotransmitter involved in addiction. Algorithms learn your behavior not to empower you, but to keep you engaged for as long as possible. They create a feedback loop that rewards passivity and consumption. Over time, your brain's reward pathways are rewired. You begin to lose your tolerance for boredom, silence, and deep introspection. Your mind becomes incapable of being alone with itself without feeling an intense urge to escape. Without ever realizing it, you become exactly what Huxley predicted: a happy servant, imprisoned not by force, but by the relentless allure of your own pleasure-seeking habits. This constant escape from pain and discomfort comes at a steep price. It makes us psychologically fragile. Think of resilience as a muscle that is never challenged, never put under stress, will inevitably atrophy and become weak. The same is true for our minds. Pain has a purpose. Suffering forges character. Frustration teaches us invaluable lessons about perseverance. Difficulty is the catalyst for growth and evolution. But when our entire environment is engineered to eliminate every friction point, to soften every hard edge, we become progressively weaker. Today, minor inconveniences can feel like major crises. A differing opinion can be perceived as a personal attack. Anything that requires patience or sustained effort is often discarded in favor of the easier, faster alternative. This cultivated fragility makes us much easier to control. A society of strong, resilient individuals who can tolerate discomfort and learn from adversity will never be docile. But a society of emotionally dependent individuals needing constant external stimuli to feel whole will be obedient and manipulable. And this is how the trap of modern freedom closes. What seems like the ultimate liberty, the ability to avoid all suffering, is the very thing that imprisons us. However, there is an antidote. To escape this cycle, we must understand the profound difference between pleasure and purpose. Pleasure is a feeling, an ephemeral spike that is gone as quickly as it comes. Purpose is a direction, a foundation. Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, observed that even in the most extreme suffering, the individuals who held onto a sense of purpose were the ones most likely to endure. The pursuit of constant pleasure weakens us, while the pursuit of a meaningful purpose strengthens us from the inside out. A purpose doesn't have to be a grandiose, world-changing mission. It can be found in mastering a craft, raising a family with intention, contributing to your community, or creating something that didn't exist before. A person with purpose is not easily swayed by the cheap thrill of the next distraction, because they are playing a bigger game. And that is why the system of consumption discourages the search for purpose. It wants you dependent, not self-sufficient. So, how do you break free and reclaim your mind? The journey begins with a conscious decision, followed by deliberate action. First, practice the strategic deprivation of pleasure. This isn't about rejecting all fun. It's about consciously regulating your exposure to addictive stimuli. Try a dopamine fast for a day. Turn off your phone, abstain from digital entertainment, and allow your brain's reward system to recalibrate. You'll be amazed at how satisfaction returns to smaller, simpler things. Second, you must intentionally rebuild your tolerance for discomfort. This is strength training for your mind. Start small. Take a 10-minute walk without headphones. Sit in silence for 5 minutes without reaching for your phone. Let boredom happen. You will discover that discomfort is not fatal. In fact, it is often the precursor to creativity and self-discovery. Third, actively cultivate critical thinking. Start relentlessly questioning your own behavior. Ask, why do I feel this compulsive need to distract myself right now? Who profits from my attention? What is the opportunity cost of this hour I am spending on passive consumption? The more you question, the more the illusion shatters. Finally, and most importantly, replace shallow pleasure with deep purpose. This is the ultimate goal. Take the time for introspection. What truly matters to you? What activities make you feel alive and engaged, rather than just numb and distracted? Align your actions with those values. When you decide to change, be prepared. You will be swimming against a powerful cultural current. Some people in your life may admire your discipline, but others may subtly reject your new path because your freedom serves as an uncomfortable mirror to their own choices. They may try to pull you back, insisting that life is meant for simple, thoughtless enjoyment. But now you know the truth. Pleasure without purpose is simply a more comfortable form of slavery. The choice, ultimately, is yours alone. You can continue in the familiar cycle of distraction, seeking the next dopamine hit while ignoring the quiet sense of emptiness it leaves behind. Or you can undertake the challenging but rewarding journey of taking back control of your mind, building a life of purpose, and becoming a person who cannot be so easily manipulated. This is the very exploration we are dedicated to here at Beyond the Mind. What will you choose? Have you ever felt trapped in this cycle? Let us know in the comments below. Questioning is the first step, and if this video has given you a new perspective, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel. We don't follow the current, we question it. Thank you for watching.